gorgeous people, welcome back. So today's going to be part 2 of my eyeshadow palette collection, and as you can see, it's a small little collection of beautiful palettes. Nothing too expensive. The most expensive I have right there is the OPV Beauty, and which one again? I think the rest of them are quite inexpensive, and as you can see, some of them are from the drugstore, like the Revolution ones right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and open them up so I can, show you guys how beautiful some of them are and why they are my favorite palettes. So do let me know if you have any of these in your collection or if you plan on getting any for yourself. I do hope you enjoy. So the first one I'm going to start off by showing you guys is this one that I bought from Sephora, and it's a neutrals palette. I haven't really used it that much. I think I've used it for a few neutral looks, but it's a really lovely palette. It's all neutral shades, as you can see right there. These are my absolute favorites from the palette. I love these tones on my skin, and I bought this last year when I went to Paris, and it says just for you, and then it's got the hearts on it. It's super cute. And then the second palette I want to show you guys is this one right here from OPV Beauty. I've done a few looks from it, which you guys have seen. If you're following me on Instagram, you've seen a few looks I've done. I was a little bit on the fence about this palette, but using it, I really like it. I still think it's a little bit too pricey, but nonetheless, I love the shades. This is one of my most favorite shade from the palette. I love this one as well. This, oh my goodness, the shimmer shades are just absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I love this palette. It's really nice. Then we're gonna go down to the Tammy for Revolution palette. I've used this palette. I reviewed it as well. I love this palette. The shades are absolutely beautiful, and it was not expensive. It was quite inexpensive, and I thought it was, worth it being a drugstore brand. The shades are very nice. Let me just do a little swatch for you guys. I mean, beautiful. Look at that blue. There are so many looks you can do from this palette. Look how beautiful these shades are. Oh my goodness. And so yeah, I love this palette. Then here's another Revolution palette. Oops. So these are the shades. I have used this palette before. I'm gonna swatch it and show you guys, but I'm not gonna swatch it now because my fingers are still messy. But that's a beautiful palette. And also this one right here, I think I bought buy one get the second free or something like that. So I got these two at the same time, and they're absolutely beautiful palettes. I'm going to do a little swatch so you can see how gorgeous they are. So hang on. Revolution palette. This one is called Revelholic Eyes. I think that's what it's called. So I'm going to go ahead and just, swatch. I don't even think they're still selling these palettes. I'm not quite sure, you guys. That's a very nice chocolate brown. Let's swatch this shade right here. Do you see how beautiful these shades are? Make sure you go ahead and check out Revolution if you're looking for very affordable, beautiful palettes. Now let's move on to these up top here. I've got this one that is my ride or die. It's all beaten up, and that's my Wet n Wild. I forgot the name. I will leave it on the screen. And I used to use this palette so much. Oh my goodness, it's dying. It's dying. And then I've got the Sleek palette right here. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with my time. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with my time. And then I have this Cargo palette right here. I love this teal. Is it teal or turquoise? I'm not sure. But I love that shade and also that shade as well. And then I have this little single shadow right here from ColourPop, and it's called Boy Band, and it's sort of like a copper shade. Then I have this palette right here from City Color, and it's called Naked, so obviously it's all neutral shades, and I used to love using that palette as well. And then I've got a few shades right there from Makeup Geek, I think. All right, so let's move on to this Morphe palette right here. It's the Morphe 35N palette, and as you can see, it's a lot of neutral shades, and I used to love using this palette. I still use it to get my neutral shades. So yeah, that's the Morphe 35N palette. And right here we have the OPV eyeshadow palette called Gorgeous, and it is a nice palette, but I don't think the matte shades are very pigmented. But as I said, you know, sometimes you just have to, you know, build them up and hope for the best, basically. But as for these shades right here, ooh, these shades right here, guys, these shimmer shades are always amazing. These shimmer shades are always beautiful. Yeah, so let's move on to this palette from BH Cosmetics. I don't care much for this palette. I tried using it. Oops, that's my camera string right there. I tried using this palette a few times, but I wasn't impressed, basically. So I've ditched it pretty much. I have not used it much because I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't know why it's in my collection. But yes, let's move on to this Perfusion palette. These are some nice shades as well. I have not been using this palette much, but these are nice shades. They're pretty inexpensive palettes from Perfusion. Comes with a little brush right there that nobody really use. But yeah, these two palettes are from Perfusion. I've had this for such a long time. I don't even know if I should still use it, but it's their Party BH Party Girl palette, and look at the shades. I used to love using this when I'm creating bold eyeshadow looks. I haven't used it in a long time, so I don't know if it's still going to work, but I'm going to take it for a spin later on. And then right here you have the Morphe 25A palette. I love this palette, you guys. Like, I used to use this so much. I still do. I haven't used it in a couple of weeks, but I absolutely love this palette. Oh my goodness. I mean, you do get lots of fallout, but you know, it's nothing you can't fix. Oops, I can't, because of my fingernail, I can't even swatch. But these shades are so beautiful. Oh my goodness, I love this palette. Can't really see this one. Oops. Can you see it? So yeah, that's a 25A palette from Morphe. Let's move on to my Inglet palette, which I've had for such a long time. Inglet is one of those oldie but goodie brands. They are always on top form. Like, their shadows are always amazing, and I don't know why I don't invest more in Inglet, but yeah, these are absolutely beautiful shades right here, and I love this palette. Okay, so let's open this one from Yoff. I bought this a couple years ago in TK Maxx. I don't really know this brand, to be honest, but I thought it was a lovely palette. Let's see if we can open this. I thought it was a lovely palette, so let's go ahead and swatch this one. Nothing special, but it's all right. It's usable. Okay, and then moving on to, why is my camera thing in the way? Moving on to my GAA Girls with Attitude palette. It's the Bombshell palette from GAA, and I love this palette, you guys. You've seen me use it a few times. I have reviewed it and I've used it so many times. I just love this palette. It's so beautiful, especially, like, I love golden tones. Something about it that really sits nicely on my skin. And this peachy one right here. I don't know if you can see it. I'll have to maybe swatch it for you guys. But yeah, I love this palette. Girls with Attitude, Bombshell. Okay, so the last palette I have to show you guys is this one right here from ARGH. And I really like this palette. I like the selection of shades. Let's go into this one right here. Very nice. Very nice. You know, autumn is up on us, so it's time to bring out the deep vampy shades, and this olive right here will do very nicely for autumn. And of course, you know, the blacks are always classic for any look. Look at that black. Ooh, so yes, really nice palette. Look at the shades. Okay, so that is the end of my eyeshadow palette part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, of course, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, turn the notifications on so you don't miss another upload. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.